Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the page that I'm working on today, and in the last video I believe I told you guys about us repainting our whole main level of our house, like the first floor, I guess, because it's not technically the main level, but so what I wanted to do was make a page that represents what we did. And it's kind of going to be a silly page, but it's, you know, going to be a future reminder. And again, this is all about my daily life for my littles to look back on later in life. So to get started, what I want to do is I'm going to use the vanilla custard all over the background. And then again, I'm going to use the same golden nuggets and the desert sand on top of it for two reasons. One is I want the lighter in the background. Our walls are kind of a creamish, tannish, very, very light tan color. Now very neutral throughout my entire house. And because we've only had to remodel one room in our house, which was our kitchen, the rest of my house still has the main floor, I guess, because we remodeled our entire upstairs and downstairs. The middle floor has the lath and plaster, and it's textured still, but it's like a nice texture. But I just want to do that, and that's what I'm going to use this for, is the textured look. You can't really see it unless you're really looking, but it's just to add a little bit to it. So I'm going to do that really, really quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I need, or what I've got, and I've already made everything up. I made a makeshift little chair, I guess. And to make this, I took and I cut me from an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I cut it 3 inches wide and all the way up to 8.5 inches. And then I cut a 4 1/8 inch piece, which is this piece. I scored it at 2 inches on this side, and I flipped it around and scored it at 2 inches here, so that leaves like a little 1/8 of an inch gap. And you just fold it. This is another 2 inches. I cut it at 2 inches, and I just quartered off, or rounded off the corners. These are 3/4 of an inch for both of them, and I rounded off the corners on each one. And that left a very little bit of leftover from the top of the 8.5 piece. But my plan is I'm going to put these here, and then because there's no darker chocolate paints in the Dylusions line anymore, I just took Tangerine Dream and Dirty Martini, mixed them together, and I painted them on with a paintbrush to give this textured leathered look, kind of, on all of it. And I went ahead and put my picture on. That is what one side of my living room looks like right now. So it's gonna go something like this, and this is gonna be here, somewhere in that vicinity, I think. Maybe a little lower. And then I just took and made me some little curtains. I mean, nothing special, nothing unique. They are probably about 1/2 inch, or yeah, roughly 1/2 inch wide. And then I'd say they are probably 6 inches long. So maybe 1 inch by 6 inch. And you could just draw them out, cut them in half, color them down, whatnot. But these are going to go back here, like so. somewhere in this area. And that little piece that I had left over from the 8.5 by 3 inch piece, I just painted over it black, and I made me a little makeshift curtain rod type thing. And because that's to represent a window, and I want it on this side of the page, and I've already decorated the other side, I figure I'll just take and I'll add in one of my images. This is what it looked like whenever we was working on it. So I'll put that right there. And that'll kind of represent the window. And for borders, I am just going to be using, this is just the whitewash in my 80-pound cardstock at 1/2 inch. The plain cream color that it is, because I want to make sure I have writing room. So I'll be able to write all the way around. And I understand the colors look a little off right now, but these are going to go just like this. And then I just took me another, this I would say is probably maybe 1/4 inch wide by 4 inches long, because I want to make a little lamp just to add something over here. And then I used, this is from the Dylusions Eat Me set, and it's one of the cupcake bases. So I figured that would make a nice little lampshade. And there is this cow footstool ottoman thing that I really want, but I just can't justify it because it's like 130 bucks. And when I think of 130 bucks, I think of an almost full set of Dylusions paints. But that doesn't mean I can't make me one and put it in my book just for the sake of doing it. To do this, I used the Just Robin Along, and this is the larger bird. This is actually the body and the leg. I cut off the feet, and then I cut off the entire hat. This is actually the first brim of the hat. I just shaped it into the shape of a horn. And then this is 2 more pieces of the hat that I just drew lines on and made it look like the other leg to a degree. So the eyes are actually here. You may be able to slightly see them, but I went over them with a melted chocolate ink, so that way it would cover it up more. But then I backed it on cardstock because I'm going to make it a tuck spot. For a tag. I'm going to get these stuck down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm piping in with the voiceover here. I wanted to let you guys know about my lovely mismatched colored nails. So this weekend is the Super Bowl, and my home team, my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, are actually playing it. The best part is they are playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, and it is the first time in the NFL history that there will be 2 brothers competing against themselves, or each other, sorry, because Travis Kelce plays for the Kansas City Chiefs and Jason Kelce plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm very excited for it. Travis Kelce just so happens to be my favorite player. However, I don't know if you can see it or not, but on my middle finger of my left hand, I have the number 15, which is actually Patrick Mahomes, our quarterback's number, because the jerseys we will be wearing that day, our entire family, me, my husband, and my 3 littles, and my honorary little, who is my biggest little's significant other, will be wearing matching jerseys for the Super Bowl. So we are very excited. It's going to be a rough game, a hard game, but hopefully the Chiefs can pull it off and bring us home that trophy. And I also want to apologize because this is just more of a show you my page type video. It's not necessarily a learning video. It's just, I had sit down and I started making these things and didn't even let it register to me to actually go in and record me doing these things. I was just in my own little world. It tends to happen with us. And then I was like, oh crap, I guess I could show you guys, you know, my page. If there's anything that you have any questions about, say, that's on the page, just ask and I will try to respond as best as I can. I've noticed that whenever I respond to some comments, it doesn't show them. I've responded to a few from my last video and they're not even showing up. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll figure it out. However, I just want to pipe in and say that as it's doing the little speed through, so I will jump off and let you guys kind of watch over it, and hopefully you all are doing well, and I will talk to you shortly. Alright, so now I'm just going to go out with my black Posca paint pen and I'm going to outline everything, but not my two little throw pillows here or anything inside of here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to color this tag the blue, and all I did was I took my blue Lagoon, put it out on my map. I need quite a bit because this is a larger, or a size 5 tag. And then I just watered it down a whole lot and just kind of went in with it. Now I'm just going to go in with my Posca paint pen and I'm going to make a little random border. It's going to be kind of like these little cut off dotted lines here. Let's see. Just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. And that is it, guys. That is my page for the day. It's a very, I call it gimmicky page, I guess, but it's what I had in my head and I wanted to do it. Whenever I do write about this day, I'm going to actually go in with my melted chocolate Dylusions paint pen, or you could use a brown Posca paint pen if you have it. And then here I'll probably write in black. So what we have is we have a lovely little chair that you pull down, and I can write here and I can write here. I probably won't write anything there, but I will down here. And then I have room to write here and back here, but my plan for back here, I actually have 2 other photos that I'm going to put back here and write about the day. So I hope that there's something in this page that gives you some inspiration for your pages. I apologize that I had already made everything up ahead of time. I wasn't even thinking, I was just doing it. But I mean, it's a little cute gimmicky page. So until the next time, I thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.